Hey everybody, this is Joe over at S17, and today we're going to talk about some basic features of the Rhinestone Maker. So this is kind of like the introductory lesson for using this macro. We're going to do some basic outlines and some basic fills, and nothing really advanced. But this is just something just so you guys can get started. So we'll start with, I'm just going to pick a shape. Let's go about, I don't know, 6 inches or so. I'll zoom in on that so you guys can see it. So this is kind of how it works. I kind of went over some of the features in another video, but let's just talk about nothing advanced, just the basics. So here is your rhinestone sizes. I had pre-selected some sizes for stones. I use 0.127 for the machine cut stones, 0.098 for SS6 machine cut stones, etc., etc. But if you don't like those sizes, like I said, I'll go over that advanced later. So this is just a quick way to select them and get going. So if you, by default, if you don't choose choose a color, it'll become just a black stone. Some people don't really care about the color of the stones up front. They just want to, lay it down so they can cut the holes. But some people want to see it red or see it blue, unless you start to do multicolor stones. But for this example, I'm going to show you both what happens. So simply going to take SS10, I'm going to not choose a color, and I'm going to just apply stones. And as you can see, there's the stones. They're black. On this particular example, they lined up exactly on the corners. It doesn't always do that, but for this size, it just happened to do it very well. So next thing you do is select it and clear the blend path, and that's about it. I mean, that's all there is to it. So like I said, all I did was select the object, apply the stones, and clear the blend path. So let's choose, I don't know, let's choose a heart or something like that. Same thing. Just going to do a basic outline so you can see this. I'm going to click this. If I was doing SS16 stones, what do I want? If I want, let's choose a color this time. Let's choose red. I'll hit OK, and it just shows you it's red. And I apply the stones, and there you go. Click on that, clear the blend, and that's it. Send that to your cutter. That's all you really have to do. So let's choose something where, let's choose another polygon, but let's try to make it, let me put some more corners on it, so that way we can see what happens if it doesn't line up. I'll choose a different color, just something darker. So I'm going to choose that. I'm going to apply some stones. And see, that one lined up as well, which I don't want it to line up because I want to show you. Let's try that. Apply some stones. Okay, here we go. As you can see, these corners here don't line up. This one does, these don't. If you ever need to add stones or remove stones, just select it, and up here you can see how many, we call them stones, but how many circles are on that path. And if, as I click up here, watch what happens down here. If I start increasing or decreasing the stones, you'll see that these ones start to line up, and sometimes they won't. Sometimes these will line up and these ones will change, or vice versa. So let's say if I went the other way. For example, look at this one lines up, this one, but these don't, and these don't, and these ones don't. So you can sit here and play around with that until you get them to line up, or we have another feature, and we'll show you that. But that's just the simplest way to add or remove stones. And when you do that, of course, you'll notice that the spacing, if I start adding more stones, the spacing gets tighter, and I start putting less stones, you start getting wider space in between the stones. So let's see, let's just get that. Like I said, all you have to do is get it where you want it, clear the path, and it's ready to go. Okay, so that's just real basics, and I just want to start right there just so you guys can at least get started with something. And we'll do another video to do the fills.